Hey, how's it going? This is Amy, and I'm back. Yeah, had a little break. Had a reading slump. I'm back. No worries. We're still continuing on with book talk, and today we have a quite large book haul. Yeah, so I have some books that was gifted to me by my cousin, and she also gave me this cup she made. So I got my iced coffee in there. Yeah, we're back. We had a little break. I'd like to say I went on vacation somewhere, but I didn't. It's just in my mind. Um, yeah. So that's the cup and shows and tells. And yeah, I've got quite a big haul here. I think I got 17 books my cousin gave me. And box of books. And then I got some books from one book from the library and some books from Goodwill. I do have a library haul I'm going to do, and I have some book reviews to do, not today, but that'll be another day. I was trying to do 2 videos a week, but it's a little overwhelming to keep up with that. So I thought if I just get it down to one a week or whenever I have a book haul or book reviews or a book update, yeah, something fun. I want to, I don't want you to be bored. But anyway, yeah, so I'm here. I'm Amy. If you're new, welcome to. If you came back and are hanging on by a thread, then welcome back. But yeah, it is Tuesday, May 20th. And a shout out to my sister. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, my ride or die, Kim. I won't tell you how old she is because she might not want that. But I am older and she is younger. And I'm waiting for her to get older so I can be younger, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Anywho, sister's birthday. Kim, happy birthday. Cheers. Mm-hmm. So let's get on with it because it could be a long one because I got a lot of books. But yeah. So I got 17 books from my cousin, and some of them I'm probably not going to keep. I'm not sure. There's a lot, probably most of them I'll keep, but if I don't keep them, I donate them to the library or Goodwill. So there you go. Somebody else is going to get them, and they're not going to get thrown away. So that's good. So there is a few books in here that I thought about buying um, myself before. And this one, I read it and I really wanted to get it. And thank God I didn't get it yet because my cousin got it in the box. So this is Holly by Stephen King. I read it. I loved it. Um, yeah, it's the character is Holly Gibney, who came about in Finders Keepers Detective Agency from the Mr. Mercedes trilogy. Yeah, but this is a good one. Highly recommended if you like Stephen King. Yeah, so it's paperback, and I got me a copy now. Hey. And then I have 2 James Pattersons. I love James Patterson. These are paperback. I normally um buy the hardback, but I'm so behind on my James Pattersons. I mean, he puts out a zillion a year, I think, but he has co-writers too. But anywho, I got 2 new to me, James Patterson. This is Alex Cross Must Die. I love the Alex Cross series. And this one is 12 Months to Live. I don't know this one. Um, Meet Jane Smith. So this is a defense attorney, James Smith. So I don't know if it's a series or standalone. Anyway, got these two. Probably not. I'm not going to go over the synopsis. It's make it really long. And then there's a few books in here I knew about, and then there's books that I didn't know about. So this is one I don't think I knew about. I mean, unless I watched it on another booktuber and forgot about it. But there's a few historical fiction, and I like historical fiction. Um so there was a few of these I didn't know about that sounded really good. And this is The Book Lover's Library. Thought, well, that sounds good. It's a library and it's a book lover, so can't go wrong. This is historical fiction. This is I wasn't going to go over the synopsis, but just to say this is in In England, a widow, Emma Taylor, she needs a job. And she has a daughter named Olivia. And I think it's World War II because it says threat of war becomes reality. They must evacuate to the countryside. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, World War II, the Blitz. Um, anyway, not sure what it's about, but it looks really good. It sounded really good. It's a historical fiction, and I'm going to assume that they're going to do something with a bookstore or a library. Yeah. And then these two I've heard about. Now, I've heard ups and downs on this author. Some people like her, some people hate her. I haven't heard very few in the middle, but this is Frida McFadden. I haven't read any Frida McFaddens. I am intrigued. Um, her books sound good. Some people don't care for her and some do. So we're gonna find out because there's a few books I seen, some of her newer ones that sound really interesting to me. But this is The Housemaid is Watching, and then this is The Housemaid. Um, so yeah, thrillers, thriller mystery. Yeah, the other one she has is a coworker, teacher, never lie, inmate. And then there was one I heard from somebody on book, I think Ward D, I think is one. But and I think there's one in between these two about the Housemaid series. So yeah, I haven't read any of her, so I have no idea. Yeah, Ward D. I've heard about that. There's inmate, Housemaid's Secret. I think that's in between. What is what is Housemaid Watching? Yeah, I think the Housemaid's Secret is in between these two. Um, blah blah blah. The Perfect Son, the X. Uh, anyway, so I have these two. These are all paperback that I have. So yeah, and this one sounded good. I think this is a historical fiction too. It's called The Story Collector. But oh, I forgot to say the other one was the library was Madeline. Well, you seen it. I held it up. Madeline Martin. This is Evie Woods, The Story Collector. I don't think I heard anything about this one either. I think this is 100 years ago. Anna, a young farm girl, volunteers to help an intriguing American visitor translate fairy stories. Blah blah blah. Yeah, Quiet Village in Ireland, up my alley. I love Ireland. I've been there. It's beautiful. Love it. Have ancestry from there. Can't. So this is right up my alley. I don't know. I think it's about fairies. I don't know. If anybody's read any of these books, you can feel free to comment. Let me know if you liked it, you hated it, whatever. I mean, if it sounds interesting to me, I'm still going to read it anyway. So, but yeah, I'd like to know what you thought. And this one, I haven't read any of his either. David Balducci. Balducci. I say Balducci. Baldacci. Anyway, this is The Edge, a 620 man thriller. I got a couple last time my cousin gave me some books. I had a couple of his, and I didn't think I was going to get to them soon, and I didn't want to keep them on my shelf, so I think I donated them to the library. But I'm not sure if this is a keeper or just give it up. And then if I want to get to his later, sounds like a thriller. Um, I don't know what his are about. Just a thriller. For some reason, I want to say it's maybe like a Reacher or a Mission Impossible or something along those lines, but I don't really know. And this one I've heard a lot about. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I think it was on I don't know if it was the Goodreads, I don't know, one of those um, book, book, book winning things. But this is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. I've been interested about reading this, but I didn't want to buy it because I wasn't sure because I know some people didn't like it, some people liked it. I had a Barbara Kingsolver book before and I didn't read it and I donated it to Goodwill. It was the Poisonwood Bible, and I only got that because that was when Oprah had her show and she was doing her book club. I think she still has her book club, but anyway, so a lot of Oprah's books didn't really hit home for me because they're more literary fiction, and I like thriller, mystery, really hard hitting. You know, but I do like historical fiction. I do like some classic literature, and so I'm not against literary fiction. I just a lot of times it needs to be more fast paced. But we'll see with this one. I am interested in this one because it is. I think I heard it as a spoof on Charles Dickens' David Copperfield. I say spoof. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a really nice cover. So yeah, this is a favorite. I've seen it. It says the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. So yeah, so I have heard of her. Like I said, I had a book of hers before, but I didn't read it. We may come back to that, revisit that book, if this one goes well. But yeah, she has quite a few. Anyway, so I got this copy now. Didn't have to buy it. And I have in the last book haul I got from my cousin too, she had a couple of, is it Ellen Hildebrand? Am I saying her first name right? First name right? This is the perfect couple. It's kind of a chunky book. But I was going to donate those to the library, but I might not donate them to the library. And see how it goes because this sounds like some kind of murder mystery thriller at a wedding. It is on Netflix. I did know, and I think it's Nicole Kidman and the guy in it that I'm thinking of. The only thing I can remember that he's in is from Scream, the the first one. Or was he in the first one or the second? Started in the second one. But anyway, that's I can't think of his name, but I know they're on the Netflix one. Um, yeah, the maid of honor is discovered dead in Nantucket Harbor just hours before the wedding. So that interests me. So I'm thinking maybe hers might be because some of the covers that I've seen of hers, I thought it was maybe a romance novels, but they might be. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, More of a thriller, which I'm encouraged to read those. But yeah, so that sounded interesting. Although I knew it was a Netflix show. And this one I'm not sure if I'm keeping because I don't know. I've tried to read some romance type stories lately, and I just can't get into it. It's just kind of slow. I like the spiciness of the romance is fine. I'm not offended by that. That's just fun. But yeah, I'm used to reading thrillers and psychological, mystery, twisty, and so reading a romance is kind of not usually up my alley, but I think this is a romance between a exes, I think. It's If We Were Perfect by Anna. I don't know how to pronounce that. Um so yeah, Sammy and Olivia discover their past isn't what it seems. So I don't know. It looks like it's set in San Francisco. I don't know anything about it other than what I read in the back, and I think it's a like revisit a romance or X type thing. It didn't sound thrillery or murdery. And this one, I just don't think I'm going to read. I'm curious, but I know I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. If I do, I can get it from the library or maybe the audio, but just for reasons we'll not talk about. This is Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir of a family and culture in crisis, J.D. Vance. Um, I don't think it's for me, but you know, somebody will get a handy dandy copy. Uh, yeah, like I said, I'm not curious to read it at this time, but you know, I could change later on and be more curious. This one I think this is another historical fiction. It's Beyond Summerland by Jenny LaCote. I think that's how, there's the tags on it, but her name's on the back. Um, in Jersey Channel Islands, where Ginny, says Ginny, I'm going to say LaCote, was born in Jersey, Channel Islands, where her parents were raised under German occupation. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So this is about the German occupation is over in the Channel Islands. So she wrote about a historical event that's probably closely related to her family. Um, it does say novel, so it's a historical fiction. Says the Channel Islands, the only captured territory within the British Isles, are finally liberated. It says 19-year-old Jean Paris is still adjusting to this fractious peace. Hmm. And it says, I'll just read quickly, that Jean is shocked to learn that Hazel, a teacher who lives over her dad's shop, may be responsible for her father's wartime arrest. Dun dun dun. So anyway, that sounds, I'm into historical fiction. Means I'm a history nerd, geeky lover. Hmm. And this is The Hidden Book. I think this is another historical fiction by Kirsty Manning. And this is Austria 1940s, and then it goes to Australia 1980s. And she is an Australian author, and she has other books. And she grew up in New South Wales, Australia. She has degrees in literature and communications, worked as an editor and publishing manager for over a decade. Good girl. So yeah, so this starts in Austria 1940s. Um, and about Nico was one of more than 200,000 people imprisoned in the Mauthausen, I can't pronounce it, concentration camp near Danube River. Anyway, historical fiction. It says a novel, so it's yeah, fiction. Um, and this one also was a movie with Blake Lively. This is Colleen Hoover's "It Ends with Us," and I've heard a lot of people don't like Colleen Hoover, and do people do and don't like Colleen Hoover. So it's kind of a split. So I don't know. I've never read a Colleen Hoover. Um, I know this was a movie, and I have no idea what it's about. I'm hoping it's a thriller and not just some kind of love story going on. But we will find out. Yeah, because I don't even know really what the movie's about. I think somebody has an affair, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So I got this, and I don't know if there was other ones before. I know there's other ones that sounds like they're a series. Oh, yeah. It ends with us series. So it's this one and then it starts with us. Ends with us, it starts with us. So is this the first one or is the other the first one start? But I'm babbling because I don't know. Standalones, there's a Hopeless series, maybe Someday series. Couldn't tell you. We may find out at some point in life. And this one is a Blue Moon romantic comedy. This one I'm not sure if I'm keeping because it's called No More Secrets by Lucy Score. It says right there a Blue Moon romantic comedy. Mm, I'm not good with romance, but I don't know. And this one has a guy who was in the military, Carter Pierce. He wants some peace and quiet in upstate New York. Says unfortunately Blue Moon doesn't believe in peace and quiet. So I might be a love hate thing or hate love, hate to love. And then it turns out neither does big city journalist who arrives to interview him for magazines, Summer Lentz. And she's a workaholic. She sounds very posh. And he's probably like, peace and quiet, get out of my face. The cover looks cool. I like the cover, but I have no idea what this is about. Other than I think it's a romance, it's a comedy. And this one, I do like to collect, collect, um, presidential memoirs or biographies. I'm trying to build up my history section on the presidential memoirs and biographies, and I don't have a lot right now. And what I have is just there's a few on Washington. I have a John Adams. I have Abe Lincoln. I thought I had another one, and then I have one about. It's called the Bully Pulpit. It's about the Roosevelt, um, the fight, the run for the presidency with Teddy Roosevelt and I can't think another guy. Um, but anyway, so this one was in the box, and I was like, oh, that's great because I kind of was wanting to read this one too, but I wasn't going to dish out the money. And this one has actually colored photos. A lot of them will just put in black and white photos in there. Well, the early ones they didn't have. They weren't even photos; they were paintings. But as you get to the more recent presidents, when we had film and color film, you get color pictures. And this is The Promised Land by Barack Obama. hmm So I am excited to read this one because I don't know a lot about his years before the White House, but yeah, this is exciting to get. This is heavy. It's a paperback, but it's thick, but it's like it's heavy. It's here is let's see colored pictures. I'm I'm not used to getting a lot of colored pictures. And I do want to read more like celebrity memoirs or biographies too. I do have Shares I haven't read yet. The one that just came out this end of last year, I think it was. And I did get from the library Lisa Marie Presley's um, memoir that she was writing before she passed away, and her daughter finished it for her. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, I got that one from the library and I want to read that soon. But yeah, so I got another presidential memoir. That's good. Uh-oh. It's okay. It's okay. So that is the book haul from my cousin, my box of books I got. So thankful. Thank you, Cindy. Yes. It was a she got up. She works at a place that shreds things. And one of their customers is I'm not going to name names. It's a kind of a big box store, I guess. And they were getting rid of some books, and she is has a heart of gold, and she didn't want to throw away any books. So she knows I love books, and so guess what? I got some books, and I'm tell her I'm happy to take any books that you bring in there and want to donate to, because what I do is when I either read them and don't want them, or I don't think I'm going to read them. Like I said, I donate them to the library and then or Goodwill. So they do find a home, not in the garbage. And so this next one I got, let's do the one I went to the library sale. I didn't want to get a lot of books, but I didn't really find a lot. And there was one I did find that I wanted to read. It was Lisa Gardner, The Neighbor. So this is a um thrillery, I don't know why I'm doing it. It's a glare book. And I think I even seen it at Sam's Club one time, and I was gonna get it and I didn't. But this is about a young mother. It vanishes from her South Boston home, leaving behind only one witness, her 4-year-old daughter. And this is a detective, Sergeant D.D. Warren. Um, and she's a female detective. I love detective cop characters. I love watching cop shows, detective shows, thrillers. That's right up my alley. Murdery, thriller. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So, yeah, got this one. Actually, let's just put this right here. And okay, that was from the library. That's the only one I got from the library. And then I got these. I do have another one coming. It was supposed to be here today, but we'll do that on another day when I do probably my library haul. These I got off eBay. The one I have coming is from eBay too. This is the next one in the Will Trent series that I want to read. It's Undone, Karen Slaughter. I love Will Trent. I love the show. I love Karen Slaughter's writing. Just very gritty and thrillery and dark. Um, but yeah, this is I got from eBay. So this is the number 3, I think, in Will Trent. I'm not as quick as reading them as I'd like to be, but and then she has the Grant County series. I think she started writing that series first, and I want to get the first book in that soon. I'll probably get it off eBay because I haven't found it at Goodwill or the library or anything. So that's that one. And then these other two I got off. I had the first one I read, so I got the second and third one. I think there's 5 in the series. It's the Erica Foster, Detective Erica Foster by Robert Brinza. Can't remember which one's first and second, but this is the Night Stalker. It's the Erica Foster detective series, which I really love. It's set in England. I love a good British detective series. It's one of my faves. I've been watching a lot of British TV too, so I think I'm gonna move there someday. No, I would like to, but and this one is Dark Water. So there's I think 5 in this Erica Foster series. I really like the first one, so that's the reason I decided I'm gonna get the other ones. So I got those. I think there's 2 left to get. So that's that. And these 3 I have left. I got from Goodwill, and so this one I seen the movie. This I think Disney did this movie a long time ago. um 80s, early 80s, and me and my sister loved the movie. It was Matt Dillon was in it. It was in the Matt Dillon his phase in the early 80s when he did a lot of stuff. He did The Outsiders. He did This one is Tex by S.E. Hinton, who also wrote The Outsiders, and I haven't gotten to finish reading that one yet. But yeah, so I seen it's a little hardback, and it's a what did it say? Yeah, it was 2.99. Accelerated Reader. I don't know, as a book from school, I guess probably in their library, but because I seen the movie a long time ago and I did see The Outsiders, and I've read a little bit of I read The Outsiders a long time ago in high school we read it. So it's been a while and I was rereading it and I did like it. So she also has Rumblefish, which was also a movie. I can't remember if Matt Dillon was in that one too, and there is some other things. But anyway, I thought this was fun to have in the collection, an S.E. Hinton collection, a little hardback. Reminds me of being in school. And this one I've been wanting to get. There's actually it's a James Mechner novel, and he has I call it the State series. I don't know what other, but this is Texas. I've been wanting to get this one. I also want to get the one that's Hawaii, and then there's one that's Alaska. Um, I want to get those. It is a chunky book. Um, yeah, but I've been wanting to get this one for a while. It's a saga spanning 4 centuries and 2 continents, charting a dramatic formation of several great dynasties from the age of conquistadors to the present day. But yeah, it's about Texas. I lived in Texas a few years with not even a few years, a few months with my cousins. I went to San Antonio, and they took me to San Antonio, and I seen the Alamo, which was fascinating. And all at the same time, I thought how small it actually was compared to what I thought it was from what I've always seen on TV, thinking it was just this massive, um, you know, thing, but in reality it wasn't as big as I thought it seemed. But anyway, I loved it. I loved San Antonio. I loved going to the Alamo. I also seen the Capitol in Austin, which I loved. But yeah, this commemorates my time in Texas. My cousins still live there. I need to go back and visit. I know. But yeah, this is a big one. And it's kind of tiny writing. This is, oh boy, 1,322 pages. And this is the writing. Actually, where? Yeah. Read that, Amy. Read that. That's gonna take. This is a book that takes you all summer. Yep, pretty much. I mean, I read the Stephen King's The Stand. It wasn't as tiny writing, but it was a big book. That took me several years because I stopped and put it down. I started it when COVID came out. I read maybe about half of it and I set it down for a while and I got back to it a year and a half later and finally finished it. Texas might be the same thing. But yeah, and the last one I got from the Goodwill, which I wanted to get this one, a used copy off the internet too, and I have held off, and luckily I was able to find it at Goodwill. And this is The Splendid and the Vile by Eric Larson. I have a couple of Eric Larson books. I just ordered another one that I had got from the library, but I had to return it, and I knew I probably wanted to buy it, so I went ahead and ordered it, and that was The Demon of Unrest. But this one, I've been wanting this one too, and it's the saga of Churchill, family, and defiance during the Blitz. So this is really interesting to me. It's a historical nonfiction. Um, Nonfiction is usually historical. Um, anyway, there's no pictures. Oh, I thought there was pictures in it. Oh, Winston. Anywho, yeah. So this sounds really exciting to me. Um, yeah, so World War II, Churchill, the Blitz in London, or well, England. Um, Says on Winston Churchill's first day as prime minister, Hitler invaded Holland and Belgium. Poland and Czechoslovakia had already fallen, and the Dunkirk evacuation was just 2 weeks away. For the next 12 months, Hitler would wage a relentless bombing campaign, killing 45,000 Britons. It was up to Churchill to hold the country together and persuade President Franklin Roosevelt that Britain was a worthy ally and willing to fight to the end. Yes, they were. Yes, they did. The Splendid and the Vile. So yeah, this is a hardback. This is a chunky book too. Um, and Eric Larson, I like his writing. I I love his historical perspectives. I have a couple that I haven't read yet, and what am I looking for? Pages. Um, and one I just ordered, and then there's another couple of his books that I've seen that I want to order too. So they're all nonfiction. I'm trying to find out how many pages this is. So I can't talk to you and look up pages. Apparently, I'm not that. I'm not. Um, so this looks like it is 503 pages. That is a chunky book. Anyway, so that is, don't fall that way. That is my book haul that I got. My cousin's box of books she gave me, and the library sale I got one book, eBay I got some books, and Goodwill I got some books. And that'll take us through a month until I get some more books. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging with me. If you were still waiting around for another video, I'm still here. I didn't quit. I had a big reading slump. Um I still watched BookTube. I still watch the BookTubers even if I'm not, I say book slump. I was just reading a lot slower than I usually do because some things I was wanting to get through, but it was just wreaking havoc on me. It wasn't going as quickly as I wanted, but it goes as it goes. So it is what it is. And we'll see you back here next time. Like I said, I have some book reviews to do because I've read a few books. I think how many books I got so far? One. I just finished one last night. Two, three, oh Lord, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. Probably by the time I do a review, there'll be one more. Trying to finish another one before I have to take it to the library at the end. Take it back to the library at the end of the week. But yeah. my homie Nomi. And let's see, I ordered another book. I might, by the time I do another uh book haul, book haul slash library haul, rental, loans, whatever you want to call it. There'll be probably a few more books that I've bought. So yeah. Well, you have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you back here. I'd like to try to do at least one video a week, but I don't know. Like I said, I want it to be interesting and fun and people enjoy it. So just me randomly talking and being awkward is kind of, I don't know, not fun for me. But if you like that kind of thing, go ahead. You know, we can just randomly talk about stuff. Um, yeah, so have a good one. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you later.